you are not ready for how different this feels. I gave this one idea and it built an entire creative direction around it. Not just outputs, a full structure with scenes, flow, consistency, all in one place. And that's what made me realize something. Most creative work doesn't break in editing, it breaks way before that. When you're trying to hold everything together, think about your current workflow for a second. One idea, 5 tabs, 10 tools, constant context switching, and slowly you lose the original vision. Not because the idea was bad, because the process was. So I wanted to fix that. I wanted to see what happens when you remove that friction completely. So I started testing something new, an AI workspace powered by creative agents. Now, before we go deeper into this, quick context. If you're new here, my name is Zeus Ordaz. I run a marketing agency and I spend most of my time turning ideas into actual content, campaigns, and systems. And quick transparency, this video is a paid partnership with Luma. It's something I've been testing and I'll show you exactly how I'm using it. Alright, let me show you what actually happens. I start with a simple idea, nothing complicated, no prompt engineering, just plain English. And instead of giving me one output, it starts building with me. First, it helps shape the concept, then it breaks it into structured scenes, then it starts building visual direction. And this is where it gets interesting because it's not doing one task, it's orchestrating multiple things at once. Structure, visuals, direction, flow, all inside the same canvas. So instead of me jumping between tools, trying to piece everything together, it's happening in one place. And that leads to the biggest shift. It holds context. So when I refine something, it remembers. The tone stays consistent. The idea doesn't drift. The direction stays aligned. Because most AI systems, they understand outputs, images, clips, text, but this is just different. This understands the actual project. Now, let me show you where this really clicked for me. I started expanding the idea, more scenes, more variations, and normally this is where things start to fall apart. You lose consistency, you lose direction, you start second guessing everything. But here, everything stayed connected because the agent is coordinating everything behind the scenes, almost like having multiple creative roles, all working together at your direction. And I want to be very clear here. This is not autopilot. You still need taste. You still decide what's good, but instead of doing everything manually, you're orchestrating. And that changes how you create because now you're not stuck trying to execute everything. You're focused on direction. Now, let's zoom out for a second. Most creatives today are juggling idea docs, reference boards, AI models, editing software, notes, feedback, all disconnected. And that's where time gets lost, not in creating and managing. What this does is removes that layer. So instead of spending hours organizing ideas, you stay in flow. You explore more directions, you test more concepts, and you actually finish things faster. And this is where I think everything is heading. Creative work is shifting from doing everything yourself to directing systems that execute with you, not replacing creativity, but multiplying it. So if I had to simplify this into one idea, this is what happens when your workflow stops fighting you. And again, this video is a paid partnership with Luma. If you want to try it out, I'll leave a link in the description. And if you want, I can break down my full workflow step by step because this is one of those things that's hard to explain until you actually use it. But once you feel it, it's hard to go back. At the end of the day, this just gives me more time to focus on what actually matters. Ideas, direction, execution, and less time getting lost in the process. This is Zeus Ordaz. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.